host for tonight's tribute interviews. With us tonight to give us good luck to this year's tributes is our first games victor, Latricia. She was from District 1. So let's meet this year's tributes. Our tribute, Glimmer, from District 1, could not be here today for she had to bleach her asshole. Get that asshole to glimmer. Our poor Marvel could not be here tonight because he got stuck in his luxury flat. Welcome this year's female tribute from District 2, Chloe! Now, Chloe, you look gorgeous. What are all the sparkles?
Oh, just Tinkerbell's pixie dust. I killed her recently.
Oh, she's ready for the games. Are you sure that Edward Cullen didn't just sneeze on your chest? I hear he's into that.
I was gonna let him, but I decided to go for his brother.
Interesting. So, Clove, Cato gave us a little background information on District 2. What does masonry mean to you?
Masonry means cutting up the stones into little tiny pieces and chucking them at the people we don't like.
Such as Miley Cyrus and Lindsay Lohan and any other Coco.
Basically, or those stupid District 12 people. They're really good too.
Better watch out in this year's games. So I know you've known Cato for quite a long time. Is there any of that Peter Katniss shit in there? Are you sure?
Pretty darn sure. I think he plays for the other team. Shh. We don't want to let anybody else know about that though, because it might be an issue for in the games, because they might see him as weak, but no.
That's quite unfortunate. I hear he has a Godzilla
Sorry.
dick. So, Clove, a question that a lot of our viewers were asking for this year's games is, does this hold any significance to you? My neck, my back, lick my pussy and my crack.
Holds slight significance.
Have a story in there, do we?
Small story. As in, small.
Oh! Who do you think your biggest ally in the game will be?
Definitely Cato. He and I are going to destroy Katniss.
And what is your thing against Katniss?
She thinks she's hot shit. She ain't nothing. I got her. What?
Clove, as you know, death is a very big part of all of the games. So, if someone is scared half to death twice, what happens?
They're pussies and they die.
So in this year's games, there are a lot of alliances forming already and people naming threats. So, do you have a regular menstrual cycle? I know, it's a little uncomfortable. I'll take that as a no. Now, an important question that the Capitol is asking this year for this year's games is, do you think the games are going to be hot?
Very hot. I think the temperature's going to be very, very, way up there. Not as hot as it was, down south in, Florida and shit, but definitely, enough so that we're all, sweating our asses off and it's, uncomfortable and you have to, use those tissues to, get in your boobs sweat and your, ass crack and everything like that. So, yeah, I definitely say it's going to be hot.
You heard it here, folks. The games are going to be hot. So food is a big part of the Hunger Games. It is called the Hunger Games. So do you like your eggs fried or fertilized?
Depends. If they're fertilized, does it still have a head? Would you get it with a head? It's almost a baby?
I think it's up to you.
Well then with the head. You can chop that shit up. Just like my masonry.
And that's how you practice for the games?
Oh, of course. You take that big knife and you go and chop that head right off.
So beautiful. There are many speculations with this year's viewers of the games, of romantic interests and sexuality. Do you prefer a regular straw or a bendy straw?
Depends on what you're doing with the straw. If you're gonna drink something, I want a straight straw. Much easier to get all of it and you don't have to worry with the bendiness. And then sometimes you get holes in the little bendy spot, so then it just comes right out and it's just fucking annoying. So it depends. So drinking, straight straw, definitely much easier. Bendy straw, if you're gonna like, what would you use a bendy straw for? What would you use a bendy straw for?
To suck up the rest of my uncle's ashes.
Well, that's a good reason, because then you can use the bendy straw. You don't have to like get real close to the ashes and get it up your nose, and then you're like looking like you're snorting cocaine or shit. So yeah, I can see that.
Do that.
Oh really? Your eyes just look like this normally? Yeah.
My uncle's ashes, now strawberry flavored. Now, Clove, the most important question of the night that everyone's wondering for this year's games. May I spank you with the Sphinx to test your power for this year's games?
Yes.
The Sphinx was devised by the Capitol to test the power and strength of those tributes for this year's games. Turn, please. Welcome this year's tribute from District 2, Kado! Now, Kado, are you scared of dying?
Oh no, I'm not gonna die. Because I'm gonna be the Grim Reaper in the game. I'm from District 2, I have to represent.
Masonry?
Of course.
I don't even know how to spell that. Now, Kado, please tell me more about Masonry and how important it is to your family.
Well, our district builds all the beautiful Capitol buildings. All of them. We know all the different house styles, all of that. We make those gorgeous statues. I'm sure we'll make a statue of you.
Would you call that visually stunning?
Of course!
Now, Kado, you know in the past there's been a lot of romantic interest in the games. Do you think this year there'll be more Katniss and Peeta shit?
I do not want to comment on Katniss, because you'll see what happens during the games. My eye is definitely on her, and Peeta's not a threat.
Because she has a nice house.
I do not believe that Katniss has an ass. She's from District 12. There's no food there. There's no soul food. She can't get an ass.
You heard it here, folks. No ass in District 12. Now, Kado, what is your opinion on Beyonce?
Well, I think she's a beautiful woman. Should have came from District 2. I know she's from 11 or 9, wherever the black people are from. I'm not black.
Kado, there's a question that all the viewers are wondering, and that is... Ah! Now, Kado, are you worried that Thresh is going to run over everyone in the game?
I am not worried about anyone that is above 5, District 5. Everyone else above District 5 is not a threat.
And why is that?
Because they are not strong enough. Below District 5, everyone else there is important.
Because of Masonry.
No. Because we're the richer district. We're closer to the capital, which is where you're from.
Don't speculate.
I would enjoy it.
The cornucopia is one of the hardest parts of the game, and some don't make it. What's your strategy for the cornucopia?
I'm going to grab the biggest and baddest weapon and make the games interesting.
Kado, do you think you'll be able to find Waldo in the games?
He's really hard to find, but maybe someone can give me a care package that gives me a hint.
And Kado, last question for this year's games. Fiddly diddly dee, fiddly diddly fado, are you a f***ing liar or is your real name Kato? I've had some wine, it's okay.
You are such a beautiful woman, Effie. So beautiful.
Security, it's time for a little spicy question. Who's your first target in the games?
Well, Effie, my first target is Katniss Everdeen. I hate you. I hate Katniss. She's gonna die. I hate her. No one sponsor her. She's pathetic.
Can't wait. And what our viewers all want to know for the games. May I spank you with the Sphinx to test your pride and courage for the games? The Sphinx was devised by the Capitol to test the power of the tributes before the games.
Yes.
There you have it. Thank you.
Thank you. Hope you enjoy the games.
I will. Our dear tributes from District 3, Wyrus and Beatty, could not be here today because they were caught finagling and they are actually cousins. Ooh. Our tributes, Finnick and Annie from District 4, could not be here today from a sneaky case. Finnick had a case of premature murder. Our dear little Foxface from District 5 could not make it because she ate some nightlock. Dumbass. Welcome this year's tribute from District 5, Twitch! Now Twitch, what is your biggest strategy for this year's games?
My biggest strategy? I would say it had to be my use of scary faces. So I'll show you, is that okay?
Yes!
Alright.
Oh, very good. You scared the shit out of me. Now, do you have a regular menstrual cycle?
Yeah, it's about once every week.
How will that affect you in this year's games?
I mean, I might bleed out on the battlefield a little bit. But...
Haven't we all?
True.
Now, very important question for the games. Top or bottom?
Versatile.
Versatile,
Yes, definitely.
yes. That will make many of the tributes very happy. Now, what is this? What are you wearing?
This is the finest selection from the Men's Warehouse. I got it a few weeks ago, actually.
That's beautiful. So what makes you so confident in District 5?
Well, as you may know, District 5 is all about power. Electricity and things like strength and power. So that's why I think I'm going to win the Hunger Games.
So you think that will be your biggest asset in the games?
Of course.
Are you going to make your district proud this year?
I think so. Yeah, no, we're definitely going to win.
Now, you know in past years, there's been romance during the games. What do you think about romance this year?
Well, since I have my period weekly, I'm not thinking romance is going to be a thing. I bleed a lot, you know? Because, like, you can't have sex on your period.
I have.
Really? How was it? Was it good?
It was better
liked
than
it?
usual.
Okay, wow. There may be romance.
So that changes everything.
Oh, yeah, of course it does.
So who would you be most likely to bang during the games?
You know what? We'll just have to see. I'm not really sure right now.
You're versatile.
Of course I am. Of course.
Now, I know you've been training a lot for the games. What are some of your strengths in the training round?
Oh, I have many strengths. First of all, I like to say that running is my best strength. Also, I'm really like smart and stuff. So I have like the mental capabilities of like running and doing other things that they do in the Hunger Games. I'm also good at distracting people, like I said, my scary faces. Yeah, I'm good at a lot. I think I'm gonna win.
Do you think you can outrun the other players of the Hunger Games?
Of course I can. I've been training all year for this.
Are you Kenyan?
A little bit. Yeah.
That may help you in the games.
Yeah.
Now there's a very important question that are on all our viewers' minds, one that has gone through our districts for centuries. Where's Waldo?
I don't know. Where is Waldo?
Maybe you'll find him in the games. Now Twitch, I know you're a skilled runner, but can you use your feet for other things such as tap dancing?
I cannot tap dance. However, I do give the best foot jobs. Or so I have been told.
Foot jobs.
Put your feet on a man or woman's penis.
Oh.
Yeah. And you're wrong.
Do you think
Okay.
that will help in this
Sorry.
year's games?
Yes. Yes, foot jobs could be a great distraction.
So those are the distractions you were referring to then?
Of course, yeah.
Maybe you can give me one after the show.
We'll see.
Twitch, do you have a family back home?
Yes, I actually have 3 families. And they're all from Kenya.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's how you got the running.
Yeah, I'm a little bit Kenyan, to be honest.
And will they be worried about you in this year's games?
I don't think so. I trained so hard. Trust me, Kenya is dedicated. People from Kenya, yeah, they train you, dude.
Dude.
Yeah. It's like a polite term, or not polite, but like it's like a term to call somebody who you kind of know, dude.
This tribute from District 5, Dude, Twitch. Now, Twitch, there's one more question that all the viewers will be wondering. May I spank you with my whip?
Of course.
Oh, perfect.
I love being spanked. You know me. You know me.
This is the Sphinx, a high-tech spanking device devised by the Capitol. This will test your strength in the games. I think you will be very successful
Oh
in
my
this
God.
year's games. Thank you. The next tribute. Our dear little Charitina could not make it. Something about drugs and money and morphling. District 6 bitch. Welcome this year's tribute from District 6. Titus, also known as Titus. You are of District 6, the transportation. How will that aid you in this year's games?
Well, I mean, isn't it obvious? I know how to move. That's my entire life. I make things move.
And are you bringing any special ways to move around the course?
Maybe I can show you later.
Oh my. Now, Titus, who will be your greatest ally in this year's games?
I don't really like allies. I'm kind of a lone wolf. I do things on my own, and I plan to annihilate everybody.
Does this also apply to romantic interests?
I mean, sex is sex, so if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. But I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to killing the person I slept with.
Would you choke them as you're having sex with them?
That could be hot.
So, Titus, why are you sweating balls?
Well, I mean, it's hot as fuck in here. Like, this is the capital, right? Don't you people know how to turn on some fucking AC? Like, air conditioning is.
Good thing the games will take care of him so that the capital doesn't have to.
Are you kidding? I'm winning these games, obviously.
And who is your biggest threat in this year's games?
Everyone. They're all assholes, and I'm gonna kill them all.
You
Watch
heard
it
it here,
back.
folks. Now, if you could kill anyone in any way in this year's games, how would you do it?
That's a pretty good question, I guess. I really like axes. Like, you know, like an axe. I'd really just love to, like, split someone's skull open with an axe. Like, I feel like that'd be awesome. And, you know, like those careers, like, you know, District 1, 2, like those assholes. I can't wait to split their skulls open.
Now, a very important question regarding this year's games. Are you interested in just the tip?
I mean, who wants just the tip? That's clearly not enough. Like, I want the whole thing. The whole thing.
So if you were offered just the tip in this year's games, would you take it?
No, I want the whole thing.
And how do you think that will affect you during the games?
I mean, I think it'll turn out great.
Now, Titus, if you had the opportunity to copy your bare ass copy machine and print it out for all those viewers to see, would you?
I mean, hasn't everyone already done that? I have a few copies backstage. Would you like them? I
Is-
can sign for you.
Is this a District 6 phenomenon?
Oh no, I thought all the districts did that. Like, I mean, it was one of the things we did in school. Like, we had a class on, like, copying our bare ass on the copy machine. I was top of my class.
Which brings me to my next question. Top or bottom?
I mean, why discriminate? I'll take anything I can get.
Now, tight ass. Ooh, ow. Wonderful. Now, tight ass. Are you worried about defecating yourself in the arena?
I mean, it's happened before. It'll happen again. It's kind of nice and warm.
Do you think it will be useful to throw it at the competitors in the games?
Well, of course. I mean, no one wants shit all over their face. Except that one girl.
Oh.
That's a long story.
Now, Titus, do you think your OCD will cripple you during the games?
No, I think it'll be good. Since I'm so OCD, I think it'll really help me to keep everything orderly and help people keep all my information together.
There is nothing orderly about the games.
I mean, I can make it orderly.
Security. Now, Titus, as you know, there are many dangers in the wild in this year's games. Are you nervous about getting poison ivy on your naughty place?
I mean, no, I think that might be kind of nice. I mean, might be a good way to get some interest down there, if you know what I'm saying.
Because no one else will. Next question. Now, Titus from District 6, there is one question everyone at home is wondering. May we spank you with the Sphinx to test your ability for the games? Perfect. The Sphinx was devised by the Capitol to test this year's tributes for this year's Hunger Games.
Oh!
Thank you, Titus, and good luck in this year's game. Blight from District 7 could not be here, for he was sucked up by Dementor, and by that I mean Joanna. Our tributes from District 8, Twill and Bonnie, got stuck in their sweatshop. Typical Bonnie. Bonnie! Welcome this year's tribute from District 9, Preen! Now, Preen, tell me about your grain.
My grain? Well, it's edible and it's delicious.
Just like a nice day. Now, Preen, could you give us an imitation of another tribute this year?
Yes. And I'm going to pick PETA.
Oh, of course, go ahead.
I'm PETA. I'm poor as fuck.
Lifelike and enticing. Now, Preen, if someone set your arse on fire in the games, what would be your first instinct?
My first instinct? Well, first of all, I'd start crying because I have the most beautiful arse in all the lands. Second of all, well, I would cut a bitch.
Does that include Katniss?
Oh, it most definitely includes Katniss.
Watch out, Mockingjay. Now, Preen, a very important question to this year's viewers of the games. Top or bottom?
Well, top, of course. I mean, come on now. I know what I'm doing. I like to be in control, always.
And do you think that shows your character as a game player?
Oh, it most definitely does. I mean, I dominate in all situations in my life. No one will ever make me submissive, sexually or within the Hunger Games.
Preen, the dominatrix plowing you until death. A little bit of gossip. Is there anyone special back home?
Well, I haven't told many people about it, but his name is Dan, the owner of my favorite pornographic website, and he's just amazing. But you're the first person I'm telling, so.
Oh, don't be shy. Daniel Dan sounds amazing.
Oh, he's so great.
Now, a little thing for us girls. Have you ever gone cow tipping?
What the fuck is cow tipping?
Well, have you ever pushed over Sarah Morton?
Oh, actually, yes, I have, and let me tell you, that girl is heavy. I mean, I got a workout just by touching her.
What a good preparation for the game.
I know, I could throw her around all night long, if you know what I mean. What, you didn't know I swing both ways?
Talk to me later. Now, the games are dangerous, and our viewers are very looking forward to the violence in the games. So, what's your favorite cheese?
My favorite cheese would have to be provolone because, well, it's yummy.
Who do you consider your biggest threat in this year's games?
My biggest threat, unfortunately, would have to be the cow. I mean, she's a little bit fat, but that actually gives her some advantage. I mean, she won't starve as quickly, and well, we all know I'm like a size 0, so if I go without food for a while, who knows what'll happen.
I'm a size negative too. Preen, the most important questions that the viewers are waiting for this year's games. May I spank you with the Sphinx to test your power and The Sphinx was devised by the Capitol to test this year's tribute's power for the annual Hunger Games. One per person.
Oh,
Thank you so much, Preen. This was lovely.
thank you so much. Let's get off my
Our tribute from District 9, Evo, couldn't make it either. He died first. What do you expect? Mazar and Belthar from District 10 could not make it for they were trampled by chickens. Our poor tributes from District 11, Rue and Thresh, could not make it because Rue fell out of a tree on top of Thresh. Bye-bye. Please welcome this year's tribute from District 12, Cadmus. Now, Katniss, who will be your greatest ally in this year's games?
Well, if I have a friend from District 12, then probably that friend.
Oh. And will you have a problem killing that person from District 12?
I mean, yes, that would be an issue.
Now, I'm going to ask what all the viewers are wondering. Will there be more fights with you and Peeta on this year's games?
I mean, since we're madly in love, isn't that our wish?
Now, Katniss, are you worried that you may get lost in your dress on the way back to backstage?
A little bit. I brought a bow and arrow so that if I get down in there, I can shoot myself out.
Oh, a great contender for this year's games. Now, what are you wearing today?
Well, since before I was fire,
Yes.
now I'm more icy like my personality.
Do a little spin for us, if you will. Now, I must say, in that dress, you look quite pretty today.
Oh, thank you.
So you agree? You think you're pretty?
Well, everyone in the country is madly in love with me, so...
Next question. Now, this year, do you think you have the power to actually kill someone?
Yes? No? No. No.
It's going to be quite the exciting games. Now, Katniss, do you think that your OCD will cripple you during this year's games?
Probably. I mean, I hope not. I'm very OCD about PETA.
Oh, true love's bond. Now, Katniss, do you have family at home?
Yes, I do.
Oh, tell us more about them.
Well, I have a sister who's perfect, who I volunteered for last year.
Oh, we do remember.
Yes. And I have a mother who's crazy and distant and sad.
Oh, well, don't we all? Now, growing up in District 12, how do you think that prepared you for this year's games?
Well, since we're pretty hungry all the time, you're hungry in the games, it's not quite as big a deal for me. And I've learned to fight for everything.
Thus, the Hunger Games. Now, for this year's games, are you interested in just the tip?
What does that mean?
I'll take that as a no. Do you think this year's Hunger Games are a bunch of hoo-ha? Now, a very important question regarding this year's games. Top or bottom?
Both.
The competitors will like that, won't
You're
they?
talking about the trees, right?
Now, Katniss, the question that's on everybody's mind. May we spank you with the Sphinx to test your power for... Thank you, and I wish you all the luck in this year's Hunger Games. Please welcome this year's male tribute from District 12, Peter! I'm glad you could empty your budget to be here, Peter.
Thanks, I'm glad to be here.
Now, please tell me about your home life in District 12.
Well, I work in a bakery, which is pretty fun. My parents own it.
Carbs.
Yeah, carbs, right?
Did somebody say carbs?
Proceed.
Okay, so I work in a bakery, and that's pretty fun. Yeah, my parents are pretty awesome people. It's a pretty good life. I can't complain.
Peter's covered in yeast. Back to me. Now, Peter, a very important question. Do you want to build a snowman?
Come on, let's go and play!
Oh, very good. He's a playful one. Peter, now, the news spreading across the nation from last year's games is that you and Katniss were a little bit of a thing, and what we're wondering is, did you tap that ass?
Well, Effie, you know, I don't really kiss and tell,
Oh,
so...
come on, tell them what they want to hear.
Let's just say Katniss and I are good friends, and I have a lot of respect for her.
We all know what that means. Now, Peter of District 12 and Yeast Infections, are you more of a fight or a flight type of little tribute?
Well, I think I'm a little bit of both. I mean, I think the time's right, you have to fight, but other times it's better to just kind of abandon it. If it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be.
A saucy answer.
Thank you, I try.
Now, Peter, being the dashing lad that you are, I have a question for you. Do infants enjoy infancy as much as adults enjoy adultery?
Well, I definitely enjoyed infancy.
Peter, from last year's games, we know that you are a very tough competitor. Riddle me this. Would you be willing to eat out Oprah's lean cuisine to win the games?
Well, I love lean cuisine.
Who doesn't?
But I feel like Oprah's would be stale.
Is that racist?
Yes.
Now, Peter, the viewers at home think you are quite a heartthrob. How are you dealing with that?
I'm dealing with it all right.
Oh, see me after the show. And do you have any special talents that might make the ladies go a little?
Well, let's just say you won't be able to feel your legs after.
Oh. What I'm really asking is, because it's a big thing in my family, can you do any accents for me?
This one.
Peter, one last question. May we spank you with the Sphinx to test your power for this year's games?
Why not?
The Capitol devised the Sphinx to test the power for this year's games. Honey, boo-boo child. Delightful. Thank you, Peter. We have an exciting array of tributes for this year's games, and the Capitol is looking forward to the excitement. May the odds be ever in your favor.
Thank you. I love your outfit as well.
Do you?
It reminds me. Love period blood. Dick sack.
Is that the first thing to come to your mind
Yeah, of course it is.
for District 5?
Uh-huh. Yeah, I forgot how much of Kenya I am.
I may have forgotten the question. Twitch, as a tribute from District 5, there are many services to be provided. Have you ever sold your own personal services?
Yes, I have.
Do you think that will serve as a distraction for the games?
No, I don't. I'm sorry, can I redo that one? Is it still going? Yes? Oh wait, okay. Let's go.
Twitch, do you have a family back home?
I do.
How many?
How many families?
Again!
I have 3 families.
Because you're
Did you turn it off?
it's part of Kenya. Ready? Okay.
Yeah, I'm okay.
This is
I'm
the
gonna-
Sphinx, a very high-tech spank from Big Boys Upstairs. I think you will be very successful.
That
I forgot you just took 6. Now, Titus, if you have...
I'm sorry.
Now, Titus. I couldn't do it. Now, Titus, are you worried about pooping in the arena?
Shut your face!
Now, Titus.
We represent Lollipop Girl.
They weren't robots!
That's just what it made me think of.
Ew.
Yes, Sophie. Give.
I have to pee.
Go ahead.
Oh.
Lovely. I didn't even know.
Yeah, goodbye.
Lovely.
Lila.
Now, Katniss, who will be your greatest enemy in this year's game?
No, it's good.
I'm literally having trouble today talking like it's a big problem.
Come on, Evie, get your done. You're not
in just the tip for this year's games. Now, are you interested in just the tip? Just the tip.
What does that mean? I don't think she's ready.
Damn it! Do you think this year's Hunger Games are a bunch of hoo-ha?
She like kind of jokes around with Caesar, but Caesar and Effie are very different. You know, because Effie's kind of like, oh, and he's like, so tell me, like, oh, like, isn't this funny? Just like that with the like and everything.
Yeah, and the falling over in the dress, and yeah. Oh, this is still recording.
Oh, good.
I didn't realize.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Oh, good.
Oh, God.
Cupcake Katniss.
Christina,
Oh.
could we do? Welcome to this year's annual Pop Pop Pride. I'm Effie Trinket, and I'm your individual. Unless I just punch you in the balls, we'll see. Peter! That was wrong.
What do I
And last question. Fiddly diddly dee. Fiddly.
a little wine before the interview? Alcoholism.
Get out.
Goodbye. Great meeting.
Oh, for the.
You know, when I was an infant, I really enjoyed it.
I don't know why.
You're supposed to walk.
Blight from bad accent. Ding 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 ding. You ready? Welcome this year's tribute from Fire Dog. Sometimes they're gross. Okay, turn it off. I want to hear. Out.
But I'm not gonna have any trouble with that.
Sorry, I was having a little moment.
So a very important question this year that the Capitol would like to know for this year's games. Do you think they're going to be... There's a lot of speculation about the romantic interest of Shagan. Turn, please. Motherfucker, turn. Are we done yet, Barney?
Sit your ass down.
You don't talk to me like that, motherfucker. You want us to go with this? You want to go with this? You want to go with this? I'm done. I quit. La 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 la.